Somebody might say, damn, that shit sounds turned up, Gabe. Like you mentioned all these wonderful women that had these lovely occupations, and you understand how we go to school here in the West. We're here in the States where we believe in the fact that women can do anything they want to do, particularly, in the ideology of feminism. Women should be able to do anything, or they could do the same things that guys can do, or even better. And I support that, right? You can. Now, the issue is, when given the opportunity to pick and choose what you want to do on the ship, do you think women willingly chose to be the blue-collar jobs? Do you think to choose those blue-collar jobs? I.e., do you think women wanted to be the sweepers, the cleaners, the housekeepers? Do you think women wanted to be the accountants, the HR, people? Did they want to be the behind-the-scenes CPAs, dealing with the numbers, dealing with the guests? Did they want to be the guest service managers? Did they want to be the guest service desk people? Did they want to be a concierge? Or do you think women wanted to be in the spa? Do you think women wanted to stay in the shops, selling merchandise? What about the women who were in the casino? What about the bar girls? Girls that worked in restaurants. You don't think women wanted to be wanted to be waitresses? You don't think women grow up in the world? You don't think women go to school? You don't think women are educated? You don't think women go to college and say, hey, my ideal job is to be working at a bar? My ideal job is to work as a waitress. You don't think women are growing up at 8, 9, 10, 11 years old and saying, hey, whenever I turn 27, I'm going to go to a foreign country and work as a bartender? You don't think that's like what they were growing up thinking? You don't think that some women were 14 years old and saying, what I want to do is work in a casino? Where there's drinking and smoking and all types of things that go on, and I have to be there till 5 and 6 in the morning because that's when the casino makes their money at night, and then you have to count the money, you have to do all these types of things. You don't think that's what women were going for? Or do you think women were saying, hey, I want to grow up and I want to be a princess. I want to be adored. I want to be fawned over. I want to be revered. I want to be I really want to be respected, but that's just on the bottom, not even respected. I want people to look at me and be like, damn, that's who I want to be. I want people to be like, yo, I want to be with her. I want to be like her. I wish I could be her. I feel like those are some women. Now, if that is your mindset, if you do have that belief system, I can tell you a few things. Those women who are performers, those women who were in the entertainment industry or that entertainment department, those girls who were the synchronized swimmers, those girls who were the dancers, those girls who were the performers, those girls who were the gymnasts, the aerialists, those girls who did that on a regular basis, and that was their job, and they got paid the most money, and they also worked the least amount of hours because their job was to work on the performances. Whenever there wasn't a performance, I mean, they kind of had a little bit of free reign. I mean, a lot of free reign. Somebody might say, damn it, that's the best job. By far, that's the best job, Gabe. If my job was just to be singing and dancing, in front of people and snapping my fingers and looking pretty and just standing there and singing and dancing and swimming in the water and looking pretty, and I'm getting paid money hand over fucking fist. I'm I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid to do this. Not play money. I'm talking like salary money. This is this is my living. This is my living, and I'm living good. I'm living according to an engineer type of motherfucker, and I sing and I dance. And I stand on stage. Now somebody might say, yo, that's a good deal. That's a great deal, Gabe. Why don't all women do that? I can tell you why. There's a vetting process to get to those jobs, right? The same way that you just can't say I want to be an engineer without having an engineering degree. The same way you can't say I want to work with kids and I've never, you didn't have a college degree and you don't have any previous experience with children. You couldn't say I just wanted to try out for I just can't try out for the motherfucking synchronized swimming team or the ice skating team. It's not an ice skating team. The ice skating performers. There was a process that was in place for those girls to get there, and the interesting thing is, it wasn't all just them sitting around dancing or whatever the case may be. Like, their job was to be the performers in the entertainment of the ship. Like, when you paid your big money to go on a cruise ship, that was a part of the deal, to see these top tier performers, right? So these performers were held to a very high standard in their contract, right? So for these women, their job was held to them not only performing at an adequate level, but looking the part. Looking the part was 80%. The performance was 20. Oh, we can get some singing and dancing motherfuckers. Oh, I can go to any neighborhood. I can get me a singing and dancing motherfucker. Oh, I can go down the street in any country and find some women that like to sing. I can go anywhere and find somebody who wants to get a microphone and say, look at me. I mean, look at me. I mean, like, come back and look at me. Like, we can find women to do that. I mean, we don't have an issue for that. But when it comes to the stipulations, the parameters of what needs to be done for you to keep your job, oh, the 20% was just the act. The 20% was just your talent. You needed to look the part. What was that look? What's the look? If you were on that ship, your job was to go to the gym every single day, and you logged in your gym hours. Your job was to monitor your eating, and you had to make sure you had to take your pictures once a week or however many times a week and show the people in headquarters that you're not putting on any motherfucking weight. Okay? And they're checking your core, and they're checking your abs, and they're checking your abdominal circumference, and they're checking if you put on any weight around your face. Meaning what? Meaning if you are putting on weight, and you aren't hitting the gym, and you aren't taking care of your body, homegirl, you're not going to be a performer very long on this motherfucking cruise ship. That's what that means. Meaning, yo, I know there are some good things about being looked at and being adored, but I feel like that's what a lot of these women were talking about. A lot of women maybe feel conflicted because they might say, hey, I want to grow up and I want to be a beautiful woman. I want to grow up, I want to be a princess. I want to grow up and I want to have people look at me. I want to grow up and have people respect me and adhere to, my belief systems and value me and not treat me like I'm a queen or I'm a king or I'm some, royal person. Treat me like a human being. Treat me like a human being, but at the same time, damn, the girls who are ice skaters, those girls who were the singers, those girls who were dancers, those girls who were the aerialists, they were essentially like celebrities on the ship. Not essentially, they were the celebrities on the ship. When they sat down at the chow hall or at the mess where, the cafeteria, when they sat down, they had their own little section. You feel what I'm saying? When they walked around the cruise ship, they was mingling with the guests. They were hanging out. Then you over here sweeping floors. You out here picking up shit. You're out here in the bathrooms cleaning up people's shit and throwing up. And those are your jobs? No, not for these women. These women, they were wearing ball gowns, sitting down with the people in the casino. Man, they drinking champagne. They weren't drinking champagne, but they were having a good time. They can mingle with the people. You feel what I'm saying? So whenever you had situations like sexual impropriety, whenever you had some sexual harassment cases, when you had some improper behavioral conduct regarding sex, men not knowing how to act in regards to the opposite sex. Let me tell you one thing. I was on the ship for not long. Let's just say a year. And I will say every case, because there were often. There was a lot of issues about, things that were going down behind the scenes and people losing their jobs. And when I say people, it was 99%, it was men losing their jobs because women reporting harassment cases, rape cases, sexual impropriety with their manager, all these types of things. Let me tell you this. Not one that I was there for, not one was there a case that regarded the women from the performances or the entertainment women. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a case of women being harassed and doing and having a having a destructive, a terrible, a horrific sexual experience or sexual advances or anything like that happening towards them, unfortunately, the majority of those cases were for the women who were working the lower tiered jobs. Well, and why is that? Is it because they're more powerless? Is it are they because they're less respected? Is it because they have less value? Of course not. They're very valuable. They're just as valuable as everybody else. You can't have no cruise ship if it's just singers or dancers. You need to have the people who are picking up the plates and serving you the food and sweeping the floors and keeping things clean and keeping things wiped down. Unfortunately, the world does not see you that way. Let me call my man back. He hit my phone right now. Unfortunately, the world did not see you that way. Unfortunately, the women who are singing, dancing, aerialists, acrobats, man, I'm trying to tell you, when they walked through, men looked at them, they gawked at them. Oh, homegirl who was the singer from, Tampa. Fucking hell. Let me come back because my man is calling me right now.